What up? Welcome back.
Welcome. NFL's back, baby.
NFL's back. Huge time of the year.
I'm so excited.
I found it. We haven't used the button in a while. We're the crickets. Yeah, we haven't used the button in a while.
Get rid of the crickets. There's no crickets
No
during
crickets.
NFL season. Yeah.
There we go. NFL's back, baby.
We're so live, dude. We're so fucking...
Well, and this weekend was nice, too, because college football's back. I know I mentioned to you before the show that, like, I'm super excited about college football this year. Don't know why. I think it's just the fact that, like, the dog days of summer hit bad this year.
Have you been oh, my God, dude.
It hit
this
bad
off
this
season
year.
was miserable.
Oh.
Have you been a college football guy in the past? Like, are you an
I've
avid
always
watcher?
paid attention to it,
Okay.
but it's like now I don't know what it is. I just want to watch every single game.
That's fair.
I'm like locked in. I don't know what it is.
I've never been a college football guy. No, I've never really been a college sports guy outside of college basketball.
Fair.
And I'm not even a college basketball guy. I'm a college Duke basketball guy.
Yeah.
Angelo asked me this past weekend. He was like, "What'd you think of the Colorado State game?" and blah blah. And I was like, it's Colorado.
It's
State, right?
Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. See,
Yeah.
that's how much I watch college football. Shout out Coach Prime, Coach Sanders, fucking putting them on the map. But like I told Andrew, I'm not gonna pretend to have any crazy takes. I'm not gonna pretend like I've got some super knowledge that I don't. I think it was cool. I think it's exciting. I think that I will pay a little bit more attention because of Deion Sanders. Yeah, I'm a homer, bandwagon, whatever you want to call it, but dude's writing one of the greatest American sports stories ever. He was a phenomenal college athlete. He was awesome in the pros, played both ends of the ball, and moonlighted as a great MLB player.
Yeah.
And now he's arguably one of the best coaches. So
yeah, we'll see. I think also it adds to the drama that they were like 1-11 last year.
Yeah,
that Colorado team was. And
no, for sure.
So many of those Jackson State kids came with him,
and then you go beat the team that was in the national tournament.
Yeah,
or national championship game, not tournament, championship game.
Yeah,
like
and upset them nonetheless.
Come on,
crazy.
Yeah,
yeah. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool. But yeah, football's back. Football's back for
you.
Good.
Like that, Otto? It was a good bark, wasn't it? Yeah, football's back. Before we dive into that, dude, I got the craziest. First of all, I got the cutest picture of Otto from the park that I got to show you.
Let's see it.
That shit is.
Let's see it. I know everybody wants to see it. So happy.
Just the biggest smile. And
so
then,
happy.
I don't know if you see it, but like you zoom in on his nose, there's a little skeeto right there. And if you keep going down the line in these pictures, you can keep seeing, you see the mosquito more and more. And look, he's full belly.
Oh, yeah. It's a belly full of blood right there.
Yep. Sucking the blood right out of my poor dog's nostrils.
Nice.
Insane. But then we continued our walk, and we went over to the table that we usually sit at. And ta-da!
Dude.
That's exactly what you think it is, bro. Here, I'll give you a close-up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does she
no
live there?
shame. I don't know, but that is a mattress.
That's why I say that. That's
is
a mattress.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got to get out more.
I had so many questions.
Maybe I don't, actually.
I had so many questions. No, for sure. That was at the end of the walk. I saw that, and I was like, it's time to go home, Otto.
That's horrifying.
My first question was, why is the mattress there? Secondly,
well, yeah, that's the first thing for me.
How? Like, did you bring that? Third, are you going to take it when you leave?
I don't know, dude.
Or is it just a park thing?
Maybe it was a hookup with a homeless guy.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's his thing, and she's just like taking a nap.
She's laying with her dog? Like, I just don't
Well, she's
get
also laying with her coochie out, so she's laying with a lot of stuff out. I don't even know if we can actually show that.
No face, no case.
I might have to blur some shit.
No face, no case.
That's tough, though. That's bad.
We'll just put a little...
That's real bad.
Just put a little clam emoji on the screen right there.
Oh, my God.
Clamshell.
Yeah. That's gross. How long was she, like, were you just like
The
walking
whole
by
time.
or you sat
I did a couple
down
laps around the park, and she was just there. She was just there.
Man, dude, that's so gross.
But yeah, taking that picture was the last thing I did before I went home. I was like, all right, like,
I mean, it's out there.
that was not a camera sound I just made, by the way.
No, that was probably the sound that she makes, but shoo, that is bad.
Flapping in the wind.
What park was that?
Ellenberger Park.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No. No, man. I don't need skin whistling in the wind, brother. Don't need any of that shit. We're good. Ellenberger Park, though?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's actually a nice park, too. There's a lot of like, little local families that take their kids over there to play, because right on the other side.
Not anymore.
Well, on the other side of the park, there's a playground area far away. Well, not far away, but far enough away to where the kids couldn't see this unless you literally walk all the way to the other side of the park by the tennis courts. But it's just like, dude, do you not feel the breeze?
I think she did at that point. Like it's
Okay.
either
And-
like you're strung out on drugs and you don't feel it, or it's like I just don't care.
And whatever, first of all, fuck you guys if you have questions about why we're spending so much time on this. Why wouldn't you spend time on this?
Yeah, this is shocking.
There is, like, obviously a cutout in her dress right here.
Yeah.
So I just...
It's probably supposed to be like the side. It's probably one of those dresses that has like the thigh cutout thing
maybe.
right there, and then she's so twisted on that mattress that it's at the back. Doesn't matter. Even if that wasn't there, you'd still be getting a full shot. But
Damn, she is getting rearranged.
yeah, that's bad.
Okay.
God, the awareness of some people, or lack thereof, I should say.
There it is.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
I wanted to yell something to her and be like, thanks for the show! But I kept my mouth shut.
You should have done something.
Yeah.
Should have.
I should have let...
Whether it's just like, hey, ma'am,
I should have let
your
Otto...
genius is showing, and she's like, what? Where?
I should have let Otto off his leash. He just run over there and just...
Yeah, yeah, if she doesn't move after that. I'm
She's
surprised
dead.
her dog wasn't doing that.
If she didn't move after that, she's dead, and I need to call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Um.
Jeez, man.
So, yeah. God.
Yeah, you told me that you had a picture to show me, and that I could not have predicted that. I thought she was just going to have like a funny looking face.
No, and that's why I kind of gaslit you with the, well, first of all, look at Otto, haha, and then, boom.
That's like a train wreck, though. Like, that's hard to look away from. In the worst way.
Yeah, dude, some park coochie.
Yeah. Park coochie.
Some little Ellenberger burger cootie.
Yeah, it's more like hamburger park, you know what I mean? All righty.
NFL is back, baby.
Yeah. NFL.
We're so ready.
So what do we got here? We've got some season predictions.
Yeah, so season-long predictions are fun because they're bets that you make, and then you got to wait on them, right?
Yeah.
A lot of suspense.
Mhm.
A lot of yeses, and then a lot of, and like you're crying, and I dropped my charger.
A lot of anticipation with those
Yeah,
types.
man, a lot of stress, a lot of ups and downs. So one of my season-long bets that I made, and I made this probably 3 or 4 months ago now, I would think. I placed this bet on July 17th.
That's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Hope this hits. Trevor Lawrence to win MVP. $15 to pay $225.
What are the odds? Like 800 plus 800
plus 1,400.
plus 14?
So logic on that. One, they just added Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
So that's a huge weapon on offense for him.
definitely.
Two, they're playing in a terrible division. Pains me to say because I'm a Colts fan, but
Yeah.
Colts are awful.
It's a weak
Titans
division.
have nothing going for them, and the Texans are, well, the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans are the Texans. Been
So
bad.
yeah, Trevor Lawrence, MVP. I think the Jags could easily win 10 games this year. I think after last year when I think it was like the last 6 weeks of the season, he was number one in passer rating, touchdowns, touchdown interception
He
ratio.
had a hell of a second half.
Like he was crushing it. So I think he's going to explode. Could be an MVP this year. Also could go to Patrick Mahomes again. Could go to Lamar Jackson if he has a bounce back season. Could go to Jalen Hurts if he keeps on the trajectory he's going.
Mhm.
My money's on Trevor Lawrence. I Another season-long prediction that I've got for you. I think, and this one might be hot in some people's eyes. I don't think it is. Cowboys win more games and go further than the 49ers in the playoffs. Yep, I said it. The Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
More games than the 49ers. Going farther than the 49ers in the playoffs.
Interesting.
Don't love the Brock Purdy situation. He's got a busted up elbow that he's recovering from. He's going to be on a pitch count for games. And Ryan Shanahan. Wait. That's not his name. Why am I blanking?
Who, the coach?
Yeah.
For the 49ers?
Yeah,
it's Shanahan.
But it's not Ryan, is it?
I think his first name's Ryan.
Fuck. I lost all my credibility. Immediately lost all my credibility. Anyway, 49ers don't love it, and he's just looking for excuses to put Sam Darnold in, and I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. So don't think the 49ers are going to do that well. What is their season win total at? Give me just a second.
I don't think
here.
many people are Sam Darnold fans unless you're his parents. To be honest. Not a great body of professional work to go off of.
I mean, shit, apparently enough to beat Trey Lance out of the backup spot.
Yeah, enough for that, but he's also the dude that was recorded saying, I'm seeing ghosts out there when they played the Patriots his rookie year. So
I'm seeing ghosts?
Yeah, do you not remember that?
No.
There was a hot mic on the Jets' sidelines, and he was talking to like the offensive coordinator or something. He was like, I'm seeing ghosts out there.
What does that even mean? Is this a way of saying you're scared?
I guess. He just didn't even know what he was looking at.
Yeah, 49ers winning 11 games. I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it this year.
Damn.
Cowboys line is at, what's the Cowboys over under on wins for the year? Also at 10.5. I don't know if they win 11. They could. I think they're far more likely than the 49ers. Vegas doesn't. It's plus money for the Cowboys to win 11 games. But I would say 49ers probably going to be more around 9, maybe 8. They might fall. It just I guess it really just depends on how you feel about Brock Purdy. Like, do you think last year was an illusion, or do you think it was the truth?
I'm pulling up their schedule.
I do not. And another season-long bet is that I believe the Chiefs will repeat as Super Bowl champions.
Wow.
I think they're going to be the first team to do it since the 05 Patriots, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's that. Couple of week 1 predictions. I would hammer almost any line involving Calvin Ridley. I know I just kind of touched on him in the Jags, but I think Calvin Ridley return in week 1 is inevitable.
So you're saying like anytime touchdown score?
Anytime touchdown score, I would almost be willing to say I would take his passing yards. Let's check it out. Let's look at some Calvin Ridley lines. Receiving yards. I'm not even seeing lines for it. Uh-oh.
Let me see if I can find them.
That's no good. Same game parlay. Let's see if you could parlay anything together here. No, they took them all down. That is insane. Terribly tragic. But it's okay because I've got some other things up here for you. Let's talk spreads. I think spread bets are the safest bets in sports. Other than maybe a money line if you think so, but covering a spread's usually easier than a money line.
Yeah.
So Lions at Chiefs. I got Chiefs minus 6.5. I don't know what metric Vegas is using to say that the Chiefs won't win by more than a touchdown. I don't know that it's going to be a blowout. I think the Lions are going to put points on the board.
I do too.
Definitely. I mean, they were a really good offense last year, and I think they're only going to be better, especially with Jahmyr Gibbs adding that receiving backfield.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown or more. and it's probably going to be somewhere between 7 and 12 points.
Yeah, I'm on FanDuel, and FanDuel's line's -5.5.
Yeah, I would slap that, dude.
And it's at -105 too. That's pretty good value for that.
Yeah, disclaimer, all these lines that I'm reading are going to be coming from DraftKings. That is the sports book that I use.
I can't use DraftKings because it doesn't pull from my account anymore. It's dumb as hell.
Jags and Colts. I got Jags -5. I think the Colts are abysmal. I think they're going to be I think they're going to be as bad as it gets week 1, especially with Jonathan Taylor being out.
Yeah.
We don't know what Anthony Richardson is.
No. Honestly, having Jonathan Taylor out makes his life a little bit harder, in my opinion.
Don't believe in Michael Pittman.
No. They don't have a
Call me a
true
hater.
clear-cut number one.
Call me a hater. I mean, it's Michael Pittman.
Well, yeah, but like...
It's pretty clear cut.
Well,
on that
it's
roster.
Clear on that roster.
He's
it is,
just
but
not.
like, if any of those guys go anywhere else, they're not a number one. Like if Pittman goes anywhere else, he's not a number one.
He'd be number 1 in Houston. He'd maybe be number 1 in Tennessee. Just depends on what D-Hop does.
Okay, so 2 of the also lower ranking teams in the NFL
In the same conference.
Yeah, great.
There's a handful of teams he'd go be a number 1 on, but I get the sentiment of what you're saying. Titans at Saints. I'm going to take Saints -3. I don't believe in the Titans. I don't think Derrick Henry's going to be able to keep carrying the same load that he does, especially behind the league's worst offensive line. Until I see D-Hop go out there and be D-Hop, I'm not going to assume he's going to be the same.
Yeah, I like the Saints this year.
I did take DeAndre Hopkins in a couple of my fantasy leagues, but I didn't take him as a wide receiver 1 or 2.
I didn't either.
I'll tell you that.
He's on my team, but
yeah,
he's
a fine flex player if you're getting him in the 7th or 8th round, but whatever. And then Rams and Seahawks, I got the Seahawks -5.5. I don't think the Rams are going to be good at all. I don't think they're going to win any more than 5 games. Name more than Aaron Donald on their defense. I'll wait.
Yeah, I can't.
Nope, sure can't. And I think the Seahawks are going to be a top 10 offense. I think Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet in the backfield is going to be deadly, especially considering Kenneth Walker played I think he came in halfway through the season last year, and he was only a rookie, and he finished as like the RB11 or RB12.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just added Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's a first-round draft pick as a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably, not even probably, he is the best receiver in that class. Maybe Zay Flowers is better. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe Jordan Addison is better. We'll see. But I would put my money on JSN. And then you still have Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Jeez.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks are going to be legit.
Hey, and worth noting, if Geno Smith comes out and plays this year like he did last year.
Well, that's another thing. I don't think that last year, I don't think Geno was an illusion, kind of like I implied Brock Purdy was. I think Geno's a solid quarterback.
I do too.
I think
he's got experience.
I think he's in the upper half of quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah. If he comes out and plays solid like he did last year, I think they have a really good season.
And if you look at the Seahawks win total for the year, I'm pretty sure that's like a free money bet. Because there's no way they're worse than they were last year, and they won like 8 games last year or something. Yeah, their win total's 9.5. And if you go, what are you looking at over there?
Just looking at a couple lines that are in the LA Seahawks game.
So if you look at records from last year, where are they at? No. NFL team records 2022. What did the Seahawks win? Tell me it was 8 games. Tell me I was right. That's all I want to know. The Seattle Seahawks won 9 games last year. Oh, my bad. I was 1 off. And their line is at 9.5. They're not going to be any worse. You take them at minus 9.5, it's plus 125. Bet 100, win 125.
Yeah.
That's a bet I'm willing to take, even though it's in the plus range. Next, got some over-unders for week 1 that I would highly recommend betting on. I would bet under 39.5 points for the Panthers at Falcons. I don't think either offense is going to be very efficient. I I think the Falcons are going to be better than people are giving them credit for if Desmond Ridder has a pulse.
Mm.
I know he's not by any means a good quarterback, but the Falcons won 7 games last year.
So you're saying under 39.5?
Under 39.5 total points in the Falcons and Panthers.
Okay.
And I would almost be comfortable betting the Falcons. I think they're at -3, -3.5.
-3.5.
Yeah, I would almost be
FanDuel.
comfortable betting that, especially given the fact that they have Bijan Robinson. A lot of people think Kyle Pitts is going to be a bust. Historically and just objectively, he is the greatest tight end prospect to come into the NFL. So I'm not ready to call him a bust yet. And then you've got Drake London, who I think's super legit. So if Desmond Ridder has a pulse, the Falcons could win some games this year, could really surprise some people. But I don't think that first game of the season for them against the Panthers, who are just the Panthers.
Well, yeah, speaking of the Panthers, how do we think C.J. Stroud does this year?
I don't know.
A lot of people...
Who does he have besides Adam Thielen?
I mean, not much.
And it's
but
an
a lot
aging
of people
Adam Thielen at that.
thinking that he's not going to amount to much in the NFL.
Well, so
it'll be
even
interesting
more
to
reason
see.
to bet the under there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a game I would hammer the over in. I would bet everything that I own on it if I had that option. But I have a dog to feed and groceries to buy. But Dolphins-Chargers, game is going to be a shootout.
Chargers, where we at?
Game is going to be a shootout. 2 high-octane offenses. You got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle with Tua slinging them the ball. And then you've got Justin Herbert throwing the ball all over the field, especially because he just got an upgraded offensive coordinator with Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got Mike Williams. He's got Keenan Allen, who are both healthy, hopefully going to stay that way and be on the field together a ton this year. You just picked up rookie wide receiver Quentin Johnson.
Yep.
And you've got Austin Eckler, who's arguably one of, if not the best, receiving back in the league.
Yeah, I agree. So you're smacking the over on that at 50.5?
51 points. Yep.
All right, let's load it. I'm making this into a parlay as we go through.
Whoa.
Yep.
Here's a stay away. It's a little too rich for my blood. I just can't get behind it.
What's up?
Despite the team that they're playing being terrible. Ravens -10 against the Texans. It's a home game for the Ravens, too. So it's in Baltimore. Texans at Ravens. And the Ravens -10. They could very easily win by 10, 12, 14 points. Texans aren't going to be that good.
No.
But it's week 1. I understand that Lamar finally has weapons. One of them is a rookie wide receiver who we have no idea what he's going to be. The other is OBJ, who's coming off his second ACL surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And we have absolutely zero idea what that's going to look like.
Does still have Mark Andrews, though.
Does still have Mark Andrews.
Does still have Mark Andrews.
Had Mark Andrews last season.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been scared to make this bet last season.
Yeah, but see, I'm not as afraid to make the bet because looking at the over-under is 43.5. And if they're favored by 10, like that, they're going to put points. I think that they're going to put a lot of points on the board against the Texans.
Do you think that they put up more than 35 points? That's the only way I'm making that bet. Because I know that the Texans aren't getting to 25 points. But I don't know that the Ravens are getting to 35.
I think the Texans at most in that game have like 14.
At most?
Yeah.
Well, then for you, if that's how you feel about the Texans, hammer that. I don't personally know.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong, and I probably will be, but I could see them getting at least 14.
C.J. Stroud could be... He could be unreal. It's not the Bryce Young Panther situation, so we'll see. And then I had a play of the week cooked up, parlay for the week, free money, lock it in. And then we got some devastating news today. Potentially devastating. So I already made this bet. I put 50 on it. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown score, and Marquise Valdez-Scantling to have over 19.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Today we got the news that Travis Kelce hyperextended his knee in practice and is questionable for week 1. Thursday night matchup against the Lions.
Yeah.
Good news for me is if he is out and doesn't play,
It should go void, right?
that line of the bet will void, and the money will now just be on MVS to hit 19.5 receiving yards, and I love that. That's fine. I'll get my money. Bad news is Travis Kelce could very well still play, but be on limited touches.
Yeah.
And, they might use him as more of a decoy in that game.
They could.
And that would really suck. So I don't love that bet anymore. I would stay away from anything Travis Kelce for the time being, even though he's usually a top 5 lock for whatever bet you want to put on him. So, yeah, play of the week this week. Honestly, dude. Hold on, let me go to my bet slips. It's ridiculous how excited I am just to be able to bet on sports again. Like, not just watch them, not root for my team. I am excited to fucking throw money at Vegas and be like, dude, pay me.
Well, let's see.
Where the fuck is my bet?
It'll also be fun this year to keep track, like, of the bets that we are talking about on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And whatnot, and then be able to come back at the end of the season, like in January, and be like, hey, we finished plus whatever.
Yeah, and we're going to come back at the end of the year. Oh, of course, I made another bet, 10 to pay 70 on Travis Kelce first touchdown score.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Call the play of the week. Play of the week. Chiefs money line, MVS over 19.5. We'll replace Travis Kelce anytime touchdown score with Chiefs money line, and Marquise Valdez-Scantling over 19.5 receiving yards. Lock it in. Put your life savings on it. Thank me later. And here's another one for those of you who love those stupid long shot bets. I had a free $5 bet, so I went through and I made a 15-leg parlay. It's a 15-leg touchdown score. And again, Travis Kelce is in this. So hopefully he just doesn't play and it gets voided down to 14. But it's a free $5 bet to pay $187,000. I looked at John today at work and I said, hey, if this hits, I hope you'll never see me again. So check back in with me on Monday if I still work here. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown score. Christian McCaffrey, TJ Hawkinson, Calvin Ridley. And I'll go through and I'll tell you what all these games are. So Travis Kelce, Chiefs, Lions. Christian McCaffrey, Niners, Steelers. TJ Hawkinson, Bucks, Vikings. Calvin Ridley, Colts, Jags. Jamal Williams, Titans, Saints. Lamar Jackson, Ravens, Texans. Nick Chubb, Browns, Bengals. Bijan Robinson, Panthers, Falcons. Jalen Hurts, Eagles, Patriots. Austin Eckler, Chargers, Dolphins. Aaron Jones, Packers, Bears. Kenneth Walker, Rams, Seahawks. Josh Jacobs, Raiders, Broncos. Tony Pollard, Cowboys, Giants. And Garrett Wilson, Bills, Jets.
You know what? I'm not gonna have you repeat that now because I was trying to keep up while you were going through it. But I'm gonna tail on that one. I'm gonna tail on that one with you.
So I picked one player from every game, not one from every team.
Right.
One to keep it from being 32 fucking people.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna tail that one with you. And I'll throw 5 on it and we'll see what happens.
The way I look at it is if anyone in those games is going to score a touchdown, I think those are all the most likely. And they were not all
the most favored.
So they're in Vegas's eyes, they're not all the most likely.
Right.
But in my eyes, those are all like if I had to bet on one person is going to score a touchdown in that game. Like there is going to be a touchdown. It's going to be by one person. Who are you picking? Those are all the people from those games.
So you said Hawkinson, right?
TJ Hawkinson, yes.
In the Minnesota game?
Yeah, because so here's what I think.
Interesting you didn't pick JJ.
Well, I think Hawkinson's going to be the better red zone target. Quarterbacks love their tight ends in the red zone. I think TJ Hawkinson's probably going to be the second tight end overall in the league this year behind Travis Kelce.
I hope so.
I mean, dude,
I like him.
He's got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball and an offense with 2 elite receivers. Well, 1 elite receiver and the other who's projected to be elite. So I like it. Hell
yeah.
The only one that I'm a little nervous about is Kenneth Walker. But Kenneth Walker and Jamal Williams. The Seahawks are just going to be so pass heavy. But I think that there will be a couple goal line opportunities.
That's why it's betting, baby.
Yeah, that's why they call it gambling.
Yep.
There's my advice for week 1. You got my preseason takes. or my season long takes, and
then just to repeat, the play of the week, you said Chiefs money line and MVS over on his yardage.
over 19.5 receiving yards. Yes.
Yep, over 19.5.
Yep. And then
Hell yeah.
lock in your season bets. Chiefs Super Bowl champions. Obviously, they're going to win their division. Maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe after week 1, we'll lock in division.
Yeah, we'll reassess.
Division
and
winners.
We'll look at some division stuff,
So
some division
we'll,
titles.
We'll save some money for the future. For the future degenerate bets we will place.
Well, hell yeah. You told me that you had some like betting going on, but you didn't tell me you didn't tell me the extent of it.
I gave you spreads. I gave you over-unders. I gave you a play of the week. And I gave
legit.
you a bet to stay away from, man.
That's legit.
I am here for it.
Hey, and didn't you end
best time of
last
the year.
season net positive?
Sure did.
So I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying I'm going to tail some of these.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, and that's why I'm saying.
Yeah, then I'm going to tail some of these.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Well, speaking of putting your money where your mouth is, thanks for taking us through the NFL because that was nice.
Yes,
sir. That was
sir.
very in depth. But speaking of putting your money where your mouth is, we're going to kind of stay on the betting theme here.
What you
We've got UFC 293 this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I have to talk about it because Izzy's my favorite fighter. Have to talk about it. So Izzy fights Sean Strickland this weekend.
Israel Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya, baby, fights Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland,
Never heard of him.
I don't think is going to put
Be
up
honest with you.
any sort of a fight. If you Google him and you'll know who I'm talking about. You've seen him before, definitely. I don't think it's going to be much of a fight, to be honest.
Hey, I used the right form of Sean.
S-E-A-N?
Yeah. Well, there's so many different ones.
I don't think it's going to be much of a fight, to be honest with you. Sean Strickland hasn't shown much of anything in his last, 3 or 4 fights. And the obvious bet here is for Israel Adesanya to knock him out because Izzy's a knockout artist. He's incredible. I think he submits him. And here's why.
You think Izzy Smith?
I think Izzy submits Sean Strickland instead of knocking him out. Sean Strickland's coaches are definitely going to be telling him all through training camp, we have to wrestle with him. There is virtually no chance that you are able to stand up with Izzy and come out of this with a win. Virtually no chance. So you're going to have to wrestle. And everybody knows that if there is a weakest point of Israel's game, it's his wrestling. Okay, he's a striker. He's a kickboxer by trade. I think what happens is Sean Strickland.
Style bender.
He's the style bender. I think Sean Strickland shoots, and he goes for a takedown, right? And Izzy just kind of welcomes it because he's not uncomfortable. Gets him to the ground, and just to prove that he's more well-rounded than people think, I think he submits him.
Okay.
So if we're taking that bet, I already locked it in. I put $25 on it. Izzy by submission on FanDuel is plus 1,600 right now. The value is there. Way there. So I put $25 on it.
Wow.
So we're going to see what happens with that. I'm not saying anybody else has to. That's kind of like my long shot prediction bet. Obviously, the safe bet is that he knocks him out. Like he could have this fight over within minutes of the first round.
Sure.
If he tries to knock him out, I'm sure. But Izzy, like we've seen, has become more patient. He's more patient of a fighter than he used to be. We saw it in the Alex Pereira fights. When the first one didn't go his way, the second one did. So yeah, that's what I got is plus 1,600 for an Izzy submission. The only other fight on here that really intrigues me, there's a couple others, but the only one I really want to talk about is Tai Tuivasa versus Alexander Volkov. Volkov is a massive human being. Tai Tuivasa is massive in his own right, just in a different way. I think that Tuivasa is going to come in looking for a knockout, and I think he gets it. So that's it. That's what I got. I don't think either of those guys are really going to try to wrestle. Tuivasa got beat the hell up against Cyril Gane when they fought. Like, I can't even remember how many months ago that was, but he got beat the hell up. I think he's going to be coming in there with a little bit of fire in his belly to set the record straight and to go after Volkov. Volkov's a huge dude, though. But
Have you seen the movie Hustle?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that Sean Strickland looks like Juan Hernangomez.
a little bit. I see
like
it.
as soon as I
see
Googled him, I was like, what movie is he in?
I see it.
And I was like, he's not in a movie. He just looks like the dude who's in a movie.
Yeah, I see it.
Minus
So yeah, those are my UFC 293 predictions. Izzy by Submission at plus 1600, and then Ty to Ivasa. I don't have the line in front of me for Ty knockout, but Ty by knockout. That's what I got. I want to see Ty to Ivasa get up on the cage, do another shoey. It's been too long.
Hey man, if Izzy goes out there and wins by submission, that's huge.
That'd be massive. It's big for his legacy, because then it's not like he's not just a...
Well, arguably more important, what it's bigger for is that would set you a huge net positive for the start of the...
Oh, yeah.
For the start of the betting season.
Because here, let me look. I think at those odds, I put 25 to win. Let me look at my bet slip real quick.
25 on 1,600 odds.
Sorry. I put 50 on 1,600 odds, so it would pay 850. And then I did make a 2-leg parlay. I doubled down on the Izzy submission. Maybe it might be dumb, but we'll see. Took Izzy submission plus 1,600. Ty Tuivasa money line at plus 186. He is the underdog. Put $10 on it to win 186, or excuse me, 486. So,
wow.
If they both win, I'm looking at over $1,100, $1,200.
You know what I love?
So, we'll see.
Oh, whoa!
What?
The Chiefs line that I had read earlier, -6.5. That was before the Travis Kelce injury. You're right. They dropped it to -5.5.
Yep.
Which I still love. I don't think Travis Kelce being out is going to change the outcome of that game.
No.
But why don't we go through and assemble a teaser?
Okay.
You like teaser bets?
I don't really do them that much, but I know you do,
understand
so I trust
them?
you. Yeah,
You know
kind of.
okay.
You've explained them to me before.
So for the audience, a teaser bet is if I were to take, for example, I said the Chiefs at -5.5, so that is to win by 6 or more points because you can't have half a point in a sport. And then let's take the Seahawks because we had them at the same thing. So you've got them at -5.5 each. You can tease that bet in either direction. You can tease it 6 points, 7 points, 6.5 points. If you did a 6-point teaser, that changes the lines to Chiefs plus 5.5, or sorry, plus 0.5. So to lose by less than a point. So essentially to win the game by any means.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same with the Seahawks are also at plus 0.5. And that changes your odds to -120 instead of, if you did it normal, it would be plus 264. So it lowers your odds in terms of juice and in terms of ability to win more money.
Yep.
It's going to take your odds down in favor of Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But it is going to increase your chances of winning because you're getting the lines at a lower number.
Yeah, it makes them safer for you.
So run the teaser with the Jags, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks. So Jags -5, Seahawks -5.5, Chiefs -5.5. Make it a 6-point teaser. Your new lines are Chiefs plus 0.5, Seahawks plus 0.5, and Jags plus 1, and that's plus 160. So essentially what you're betting on is all of those teams just to win.
Yeah, it damn near turns into money lines.
Yeah. And we love that.
Yeah.
And we love that. Because if you were to go through and just bet the money lines here, and I've got $30 left in my DraftKings account, I'm probably going to put it all on that teaser bet. But if you just took the Chiefs money line, they're -245. Jags are -238. And the Seahawks are -245. So your odds are plus 181. So your odds are actually higher if you go money line there. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Do we go against our own gambling advice on day one and place a money line parlay?
I mean, with the way that teaser worked out, it might work.
Honestly, I got a couple of bonus bets. So, and they're just little $5 bets. I need 4 teams. Who else do I think is going to win? The Saints. I do like the Saints at -3. I do like. Nope, we're going to stay away from the money line. We're going to take the spread bets. It is going to be a teaser with the Seahawks. And then we're going to tease the
Jags and Chiefs, you said, right?
Yeah, Jags and Chiefs, but we're going to throw the Saints in there as well. So we're going to take all those spreads that I liked. We're going to tease it by 6 points. It's the lowest number you can do. It's plus 260. We're going to throw all $30 on it. Pays 108. That's incredible. So our new lines, Seahawks plus 0.5, Saints plus 3, Jags plus 1, Chiefs plus 0.5. Lock it in. Placing your bets. Bet placed. $108 coming my way on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll put that in once we get off here. I don't want to fidget with it now, but I got it written down.
Dude, we're going to start off week 1 like 0-5, or we're going to start it off hot. 5-0.
Yeah.
And I'm, of all the bets that I have placed, let's see what I got here. All the bets that will be settled after this weekend, because obviously the Trevor Lawrence MVP thing doesn't count. That's a season-long bet. I do not expect that 15-pick parlay to hit. I just made it, so
it's a Hail Mary.
Yeah, I'm not going to count that towards my betting record.
That's like my UFC parlay I made a couple weeks ago, where it was all the underdogs, and it was for like $900,000.
Yeah. Well, this was also a free bonus bet that I did nothing to get. They just gave it to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Valued customer, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got the 4-pick teaser parlay. Travis Kelce first touchdown score, but if he doesn't play, that's going to be voided.
Yep.
And then the play of the week. And, yeah, that's it. So, 3 bets. Oh, 4. No. 3 bets. Cool. All right, so we'll either be 0-3 or 3-0. There's no in between, people. Promise you that. These bets will either all hit or they will all miss. And that's just the way
the cookie crumbles.
The way it goes. What's that Rick and Morty episode? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Nope. Okay, watch some more Rick and Morty, dude.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of football too, this goes back to college, but I want to give a shout out to the Hanover Panthers, Hanover football team.
Dude.
They beat Center for where's the applause button?
Yeah, I got it on the first try. That deserves another one.
So Hanover beat Center 10-7 for the season opener. It was at Center, I do believe. And according to Hanover Athletics website, it is the first time since 2010 that Hanover has beat Center. So, good job. It's worth noting, too, that they didn't play him in 2012 or 2013 or 2020, I don't think, from what the website said. I don't think they played him during the 2020 fall. But, yeah, beat him 10-7. Good job, boys. Good job.
Did you
Good
just say
luck for the rest of the season.
10-7?
Yeah. 2 touchdowns were scored in the first quarter, and then Hanover kicked a field goal in the second quarter, and then it was scoreless in the second half. So, I mean, I wasn't there, but it was probably a heavy defensive game.
I revoke the applause. That is a boring fucking game.
It was probably just heavy defensive games.
Hey, I'm all for supporting the alma mater, but fuck.
Hey, I'll take a win whenever. I was looking at those scores.
I do hate Center.
From years past.
I do hate Center.
And those scores are ugly from years past, dude. Those losses are ugly. Like 50s to 10, 20,
we
30.
were getting beat by 30, 40 points?
Way back, yeah. We were getting beat by like 30, 40. But it was cool, too, because I went all the way back, and then I was looking through the scores, and you can see every year from like 2015, every year, Hanover just getting a little closer and a little closer and a little closer. And then and like last year, they lost, or last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was, they lost by like a field goal. And then this year they end up winning. So pretty cool. Good job, fellas. Keep it up. Keep it up. Gonna come to a couple Hanover games this year. Gonna go and tailgate and hang out and watch some football. So that'll be fun. I think the Bell game is actually at Hanover this year. So that'll be fun to go to. That'll be a good one.
That'll be very
And then homecoming, obviously, that'll be great too. But
all right. So I have a question for you.
What's up? What's up?
Who do you think receiver fantasy PPR?
Oh, are we talking fantasy?
Yeah, sorry. I just this was on my mind. Who do you think is going to be?
Do I need to pull up my team?
If you want. Who do you think in fantasy football is going to be a league winner this year?
Like out of our league? What are we saying here?
Like players. What player do you think
Oh.
is going to be a league winner? A league winner.
I was not prepared for this.
I know I kind of put you on the fly, but I have a strong take on this. And I've got someone who also believes this, and because this person believes it, it helps. It only inflates my thoughts on this.
All right, well then hit me with it, because I'm taken aback at the moment.
I am in 3 leagues. One with you and some buddies, one with my work crew, and then another with Danny and her family. And I have taken this wide receiver in every single league.
Okay.
And I have gotten him in either the second to last or last round. So he is with one of the last picks, and I truly believe he's going to average between 12 and 14 fantasy points a game this year, and he's going to be an elite flex option, and he's going to be a league winner. Elijah Moore, wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns.
I'm on your team. Yeah, I see him.
Deshaun Watson will be coming back.
97% rostered, 34% start.
He is
projected for 10.6 points week 1.
League winner, baby. League winner. Projected for how many points?
10.6 in week 1.
Is that on the Sleeper app?
Yeah.
Yeah, ESPN's got him lower. I'm on my ESPN one right now.
Yeah, 10.6 on Sleeper.
Yeah, dude. So the 8-man league, obviously in an 8-man league, your team is going to be just stacked because there's so much talent to go around, only 8 people in the league. But this is my 8-man league team roster. And like I said, every team's going to be a little stacked, right? But I feel like mine has a clear edge, and I am.
Is this the one that you're in? Which league?
This is Danny's family league.
All right.
They needed an 8th, so it's me. Lucky me.
Lucky them.
Yeah, they got fleeced, bro. So Lamar Jackson at quarterback, I took him in like the 5th round. Here, I'll just read you the order in which I picked people because I have that.
Yeah. Bring that up.
At the 104, first round, 4th pick, I took Christian McCaffrey. Eckler was gone, Chase was gone, Jefferson was gone. Jamar Chase actually fell to the 3rd pick, so I was almost going to get Jamar Chase as the 4th pick, and I'd have been stoked.
Wow.
But I took CMC, and then I double-tapped receivers. Actually, I went 3 receivers in a row. I went CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave. So CeeDee Lamb in the 2nd, A.J. Brown in the 3rd. And I took A.J. Brown there in the 3rd because I was hoping that Jalen Hurts was going to keep falling. And I was going to be able to
Try to double dip.
I was going to stack that A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. But I didn't. He didn't fall. So I took Chris Olave. That's fine. Now I have 3 top 15 receivers. And I have the best running back, if not the 2nd best running back. And then I got Lamar Jackson, who's a top 6, top 7 quarterback.
Dog.
In real life and in fantasy.
Dog.
And then I got Kenneth Walker. I got DeAndre Hopkins. I got Mike Evans. So I already have 5 number 1 wide receivers. Number 1 as in they are the number 1 option on their team.
Their teams.
Yeah. And then I got Evan Engram at tight end, or Ingram, if you want to say it that way. I say Engram. Tight end for the Jaguars. Think he's going to have a great season with Trevor Lawrence. 49ers defense, David Montgomery on the bench, Justin Tucker as my kicker, Zay Flowers and Elijah Moore on the bench. That is my team. I went through and looked at all the other teams. There's only one that I'm scared of, and it's her sister's. And I firmly believe she had some dude at Purdue drafting for her because, Hallie, you're not that smart. You're not that savvy. You probably don't even know half those players you drafted, and that's okay.
Hey, that's all right. She's using resources, man.
I respect it.
Work smarter, not harder.
But you know what I respect even more? The grind and hustle of being over 100 mock drafts deep, baby.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hey, man.
I will tell you right now, that's about 98 more mock drafts than I watched.
Watched? No, dude. I did the mock drafts.
I was gonna say that's.
Oh, if you want to count,
I watched them.
If you want to count the ones I watched,
I didn't do
holy
them.
shit!
Yeah, no.
I've watched one every day for probably the past month and a half. No, longer than that. I've watched one every day since Gabe sent out the invite to join the Sleeper League.
Wow.
So 2-ish plus months.
Wow.
Well, there's a guy, shout out Mason Dobbs, Flock Fantasy. He live streams every day, and he does drafts on.
What's he on? Twitch, social media? Like, what are
he
you watching him on?
YouTube.
YouTube?
I'm sure he does Twitch and stuff too, but I use YouTube. It's my favorite platform. But he does a live stream every day where he does these underdog fantasy drafts, and it's minimum $3 buy-in. They've got buy-ins up to like $500, and there's cash prize at the end of the year, and you can pay $3 buy-in and win up to like $200,000 cash prize.
Oh, nice.
Depending on how your fantasy team does.
Yeah.
So that's what he does, and then obviously those are leagues where you're putting money down and it matters, so you're gonna be drafting the best players. It's a little different than what we do because we're not doing best ball. Those leagues are best ball, so no time commitment during the season. You don't have to worry about adjusting your lineup. It's just whatever players put up the most points, that's what's taken into consideration for your lineup for the week.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
So, it's nice, but it also
It's
takes
nice
away
in
a
a
bit
way.
of the strategy.
Yeah.
It's nice because for guys like Mason who have
Multiple.
$75,000 invested into these drafts, and you've got over 250 teams.
Yeah, just
You don't
sit
have
and
to.
forget
Yeah.
him.
So, yeah, but he's fun to watch. He gives a ton of good advice. He's got all these different rankings and tiers that he does every other day. It seems. I don't know much about him. I can only assume that his entire life is fantasy football, based on like the amount.
Well, yeah,
of
you said he's
content.
throwing $75,000.
Dude, he puts out at least. He puts out probably 3 or 4 videos a day,
of just football fantasy.
just football fantasy,
Wow.
and 1 or 2 of those are 2+ hour live streams.
That's insane.
So like that's his job. This is what he does.
Well, yeah, if I'm dumping $75,000 into
right, but
fantasy football,
but he's the only way that I know he's making it back is by winning those leagues.
well, yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think, and like he gets donations. I've seen on his live stream people, because he'll answer live questions.
Yeah,
So, and you can when you do a live stream on YouTube, we should do this. Fleece some people out of money. They can put a dollar amount attached to their question, and the higher dollar amount, the more prioritized that question is.
oh,
So
gotcha.
some people are putting like $2, $5, and just
Yeah.
getting their questions answered periodically. Some people are putting $10, $20 so that their question pops up right away and then get their shit answered. So he makes a little bit of money and a little bit of income doing that way. But
Yeah, sure.
I think the majority of his income is from winning these fantasy leagues. I think he won over $150,000 last year is what he says. So
Yeah,
he's legit. I get a lot of my stuff from him. I use BDGE Fantasy as well, and I watch a ton. That's all I consume is sports media.
yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
that's all I do.
That's insane.
I do just as much work as Mason, and I get paid $0 for it. So, woo! Yeah, 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Nice.
That one went over your head, huh?
No, I knew what you were talking about.
All right, you didn't participate.
Nope, sorry.
But we were friends. Chiefs -5.5, Seahawks -5.5, Saints -3, Jags -5. You're welcome. Lock it in, dude.
Lock it
Pay
in.
your rent next month with my advice. Thank me later.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be tailing those for sure.
Yeah, you better.
I will.
We're gonna tail each other all season long.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's all I got, man. That's our show.
Yeah,
That's it today.
That
Nice
is
and
it.
quick, concise, to the point,
that is it.
and hopefully Izzy wins by submission.
That would make my week. That would
That-
would also give me a lot of
What
money
did
to
you
play
say that
with.
pays? $850?
50 to win 850.
50 to win 850. That would pay my rent on the dollar.
Well.
So lock it in, pay my rent.
My thought process is
Let's ride.
if he does hit that, that gives me a lot of play money for NFL and college this year. Because I'm not if he does do that, and honestly, if even just one of them hits, gives me a lot of play money for whether it's the 2-leg parlay or just him. Play money for NFL. Probably not going to bet on UFC for the rest of the year. And I will just take all of that
Yeah,
and
so-
dump it into NFL.
Real quick, let's end on some just general gambling advice. And this is something that my grandma struggles to wrap her head around, this idea. So invest $50 initially, right? Just for argument's sake. You invest $50 initially, and then you hit your bet, and now you have $850. You take out what you spent. You take out your $50, and then you take out a little bit of profit. So let's say you take out $250 of your now $850 in your account. You now have $600 in your account. You've gotten your money back. You've gotten a profit, and now there's $600 in there that you can, like you said, play with.
Yep.
That's money that I never would have fucking had.
No.
So I'm not going to treat it as money that I have.
Sure.
I'm going to use it to hopefully get more money, more profit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You play with
it
house
just depends
money.
on however much you want to take
But
out.
my grandma's always like, but that's $600 extra that you could have had. Yeah, but then I got to start from square one again with
It
$50.
is, but I would have taken that $600 and put it probably towards rent or like something practical. And it's like I didn't have it in the first place, so it's not like I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, I
necessarily,
was
so.
going to make rent without that money.
Now, if one of us, if you end up hitting your $180,000 thing, that's a little different.
Correct.
That's a little different.
I'm $187,995. I would be taking out
If it were me,
$170,995, and I would leave $17,000 in there to play with.
see, that's even too much. If I hit that, I would leave maybe $3,000 in there. $3,000 is more than enough.
If I win $180K, I'm leaving 10 of it, $10K in the account at least.
The only reason that I don't
And
leave,
the
that
next
I
time
wouldn't
I
leave
make
more than
bets,
that,
my units are going through the roof.
okay, yeah,
My
units are
betting
going up.
units are
But
going
the
up.
only reason I wouldn't is because I would just take that and invest it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to do with the 170. Actually, so here's what I would do. If I win that 187,995, I'm taking $170,995 out. I'm keeping $70,995 in my bank account, and I'm going to live off that for the next year and a half. In my current living situation with my rent, I can make that work. And I'm going to take $100K and I'm going to invest it, not in sports bets, but in things that are going to bring passive income.
Real estate, stock market.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use that other $17K to gamble.
No, that's fair.
And-
Same process
and
that I
maybe-
would do, but just different monetary values.
And maybe some of that $17K doesn't all get used on the sports books. Maybe some of it gets used at the dice table in the casino.
Okay, now see, yeah, there's
feel
something
me?
else, yeah.
Or maybe I take that of that $17K that I leave in there. I take $4K of it. And I go on a little vacation.
Well, definitely.
Take me and Otto on a nice little
Vacation, investment, gambling, whether it's sports or casino, and
You know what I'm doing?
savings.
I'm taking Otto to fucking Fogo de Chao, Brazilian steakhouse.
Get him a little bit.
They are going to let me sit at a table with my dog, and they're going to bring him whatever cut of steak he wants. And I promise you, it's going to be everyone that walks by. He'd be like, yep, that one smells great. Yep, that one looks good.
Hey,
Mhm.
I'll do you one better. You win that, take him to Myrtle Beach, and there is a place called Rio's. Does he really?
Dude,
Well, you
hates
don't,
it.
so that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's fair.
Go to Myrtle Beach, go to Rio's,
Okay.
which
Myrtle
is
Beach,
essentially,
Rios.
it's a Brazilian steakhouse, same thing,
Sure.
but it's on the beach.
Is it all you can eat?
Oh yeah,
They walk by
$40 all you can
and
eat.
they cut it off onto your plate.
$40 all you can eat.
All right. Is that what makes a steakhouse Brazilian? Is that style of like they walk around with skewers of steak and they
It's
just cut
like
it on?
it's that style, and then
that-
also how they like actually
how they
cook
it.
That's
That's what I thought it was
all
just
that
how
stuff.
you cook it and like the
It's
style.
it's a blend of both.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'll
'cause-
tell you what, that Rio's place, because I've never had Fogo de Chao here.
What?
I've never gone. We should
Dude,
go, but
it
I've
is
never gone.
good. Like it's really good.
My experience with Brazilian steakhouse has been great. That
It's
Rio's
really
place
good.
in Myrtle Beach, we went there the spring that COVID broke out. What was that? Spring of 2020. I was with a bunch of like high school buddies, and they had an ultimate frisbee tournament in Myrtle Beach. They play in it every year. And I didn't play in it, but I went and paid for my share of the beach house, and I was chilling. They'd go play, and I would literally sit in the hot tub and just be pounding drinks while they were at the field.
Nice.
And they'd get back, and I'd be hammered. And
Hell
I'd be
yeah.
like, "What's up, guys? You win?" And they're like, "Yeah, we won." And I'm like, "You guys got your love to do." So there was one day that happened, and I got terribly drunk in the hot tub. We were going to Rio's that night, so I'm like taking cold showers, smacking myself, trying to like sober up. We get there, and I immediately just break out in like a hot sweat. Go to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up all over this fucking bathroom. I'm not gonna be able to eat. I paid $40. I'm not gonna get to like eat this awesome meal. Waited 20 minutes, fought off the demons, came back out, and slammed some Brazilian steakhouse food, dude. Brought me back to life. I thought I was gonna die in that bathroom.
Bro.
I was seeing colors, shapes, all this shit. I was like, I'm legitimately either gonna pass out or just poof, gone.
So
So good though.
the 3 times I've been to Fogo, the first time I went, I was introduced to something that they have, and the other 2 times I went, I made it a point that I cannot leave. I don't care if it takes 2 hours until I get this item, until I get this piece,
Mm-hmm.
and it is fried mozzarella, but it's not like crispy coated fried. It's like fried on the grill, like you would fry an egg, like a fried, you know. And then it's drizzled in honey.
Yep.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. We might actually
Dude.
just have to go there now.
So like, sometimes they got it right away, sometimes they don't, and you want it fresh, like obviously.
Sure.
But I had to wait last time like over an hour and a half, and so I just paced myself. I was like, I'm gonna eat this whole hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I just slowly ate, and then waited, and I kept asking my server. I was like, where's the cheese at?
Where the cheese at?
Where's
He's like, it's
the
coming.
cheese? Yeah,
It's coming.
It's coming. So yeah,
the
that is
thing-
the thing.
The
at
thing
Fogo.
about those Brazilian steakhouses too is like, you pay $40 for the all-you-can-eat dinner, lunch, whatever it is, and then it's not like they're just bringing like shit cuts around. They're bringing like filet. They're bringing sirloin. They're bringing high-quality cuts of meat. Where it's like, if I would have just gone to a restaurant, I would have paid $40 just for a steak.
Oh yeah,
Just for that filet, I'd have paid $45, $50
so
just for that.
At Fogo, they bring fillets. They bring flat iron steaks. They bring New York strips. They bring filet mignon. They bring lamb chop. They bring it all.
Yeah, that's
They have all the cuts, and it's insane. And they're always like, "How do you like it cooked?" And depending on how you like it cooked, that's where they cut from on the.
Yeah.
Because they.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you can cook a piece of meat this big. For the like, obviously, it's all going to be cooked for the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the thickness on where the meat is and where you have
This
the
end
heat,
is like medium rare, and
Yeah.
that end's well done.
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
That really got me wanting some Brazilian steakhouse now that we're talking about it. I hadn't thought about Rio's in a minute.
They have a, I can't remember if it's a Saturday or a Sunday lunch special, where it's like way cheaper than normal to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the time to go.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll have to schedule that, lock it in.
Yeah, we'll have to do it this weekend.
I'll have to check my planner and get back to you.
You got music for us today?
Fuck. I had one job over here.
You're good. We were talking about steakhouse.
Yeah,
Now I'm hungry.
I was just too excited to talk about betting, man. It's so crazy how addicting that is.
It is addicting.
Dude,
If you need help, contact the hotline. That's not on us.
Yeah, there is a hotline on every sports book, so you'll be fine. You'll be able to get help. But it just makes the game more fun to watch. Like, I'm already a sports fan, and now that I've got money on it,
It makes it that much more fun.
dude,
does.
and if, like, for instance, the Jags Colts, I'm a Colts fan. I'm going to be raging the whole game because they're going to suck.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be real happy to see Trevor Lawrence succeed because I got money on him to be an MVP.
Well,
And I got money on Calvin Ridley to get X amount. You know, like, there's
Well, and
wins in the losses.
and we're gonna be there.
And we're going to be with it. There's wins in the losses.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, there's nothing more fun than, I mean, sporting events are fun in general to go to, in my opinion.
yep.
But you place a bet and you see that bet cash in person, incredible. This is the last thing I'll say while you're pulling up this song. We went on vacation with Kayla's family to, we went to Anna Maria Island, which is like an hour south of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were there, we went to a Rays game, and I'm sitting in the bleachers, whatever, and it's probably 20 minutes before the game starts, and I pull up FanDuel. I'm looking, and I'm like, what are just like home run, like anytime home run hitter? What are we looking at for odds here? Well, I can't remember who I put it on, but I locked it in. I could probably look, but I don't really feel like it right now. Locked in an anytime home run hitter. An inning goes by, steps up. I'm like, let's go, baby. Cracks it, goes out. won $120 right then and there.
That's incredible.
It was incredible, dude. And I don't even like the Rays, but I was like, let's go, whack, and it just, and I was like, well, and I'm like the only one that's like, or maybe I don't even think it was for. No, it wasn't for the Rays. I bet against the Rays for somebody else that was playing against the Rays, and I'm standing up freaking out in a Rays section, and everybody else is like, I'm like, I'm not a fan. I just won money. I'm sorry.
Dude, yeah.
I'm not a fan.
There's no better feeling than being live at a sporting event and hitting your bet, especially if it's in like the fucking fourth quarter or something. You're just like, yeah. So you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine people feel like when they like, get married or have a child. I don't think I'm going to be that excited for either of those things. But Nikola Jokic, over under 3-pointers, 0.5, bangs it in the fourth. Payout 200. Yeah, I'm jumping for joy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's different. It's different.
Local legend, AA. We play him all the time on the show. You're welcome. I don't want to hear any complaints because there's nothing to complain about. Pretty sure he's just opened the new storefront, or it's either that or he's like right around the corner from opening. Check out Naptown Thrift on Instagram. It's going to be an awesome time. And he's got a new album coming out. When is that? Do we know off the top of our head? God, I'm a terrible friend and supporter. Sorry, Aaron.
So Naptown, the new location reopening will be Saturday, September 9th from 12 to 7 p.m. at 2184 East 54th Street, just 2 doors down from the old location.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it right now. This place is gonna be sick. The memorabilia they got in there, the diamond that they got on the floor,
dude. So in the right corner of that picture, you see the Michael Jordan measure.
Yeah, the life
thing?
size. Yeah.
He now also has one of Shaq and Larry Bird.
Let's go.
And
that's awesome.
And they are right by the Jordan one. So
that's awesome.
That's a cool piece of memorabilia.
Dude, he's got some Dead and Company posters too.
Yep. So here's the song.
That's sick.
It's from an album he released in 2017 called Delaware. The song's called Stack, and that's what we're gonna be making all year with these bets, baby. Stacks. Okay, yeah. We're not connected to Bluetooth. Malfunction. Technical difficulties. Gotta close up shop for the weekend.
Yo, also, his new album drops September 8th. So his new album drops September 8th, and then the store opens September 9th.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Big weekend for him. Congrats, though. Much deserved. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Later. Can we make our mics fist bump? That shit was hard.
And I could do it, the money is coming eventually. I put my lips to this rum and I pray I don't let them down to the death of me. This ain't a recipe, this is a mixture of luck with success. Every now and then I take a bow and then look to the crowd who been whispering softly to throw in a towel again. I seen rappers lose a lifetime, I just hope that theirs ain't like mine. This an everyday and night grind, man, I sweat at the top of my sight line. I don't sideline, I just right my wrongs. Play the game with a mind gone off weed, X, lean, codeine. Man, they telling me drink to the Sprite gone. Man, what's wrong with being sober? Shit, I get to thinking with none in my system. Y'all done with religion, the devil is kissing. You tell him to miss me with all of them demons, I'm done. Miss me when y'all get to fiending, I'm done. Y'all make me wish I was dreaming, I'm done. I come to life every evening when y'all turn the speakers on, I get to screaming and I just really wanna stag right. Okay, yeah. They said all they really want is that white. Okay, yeah. I said mama always told me yeah, right. Okay, yeah. But shit, all I really want is that life. Okay, yeah. Okay, I just really wanna stag right. Okay, yeah. They said all they really want is that white. Okay, yeah. I said mama always told me yeah, right. Okay, yeah. But shit, all I really want is that life. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Tell me where you coming from.